What's going on, guys? We are back with another episode of Noob's Guide to the Galaxy. In this one, we are going to... Ooh, look at this. We have two raiders here. I wonder if they want to play. Do a little shot on him. What do you mean, bro? It's a pirate. Why am I being called by sector support? Oh, they're running. Dude, that thing's got some insane boost. It got 50 kilometers before my travel drive even activated. Run. Dang, he's running fast, man. I'm gonna stick my Mako on it and see if my Mako can catch it. I should be able to catch it after a while, but I need something to like keep on its ass. He honestly wants nothing to do with me. He is running his ass off. Holy crap, dude. Well, that was a weird hit. Okay. He is running, dude. I don't know if I'll be able to catch this guy. I caught up to him and now he's running away again. He's gonna boost here in a minute. Yep, there he goes. My Mako's almost here, so my Mako's gonna start antagonizing him. Come on, buddy, stop dodging me. Come on, buddies. Where you at? Where did the pirate go with my other guy? Oh my god, dude. Alright, we're not following this guy anymore. That guy is so scared. He is running his ass off. That is so funny. How far has he dragged us away? 180 kilometers away. That's how far he drug us out into deep space. Speaking of deep space, that's another thing that they said that they changed for 9.0 is they updated how stations are spawned. So you could actually get stations that are further out. Like I think this one's within range. I'm not 100% sure. No, it's a little bit out of range. So like this Path to Profit I think is normally on top of this blue circle, and this is like in the corner. But now they actually have like some stations that spawn a little bit outside of the range. Why did this guy drop all of his loot? Interesting. Look at that. We got right back into the one. We just traveled 180 kilometers like it was nothing. That is the power of the Hyperion. Oh, I thought I was gonna sneak that right through. That was a miss. All right, let's go check on our research real quick. We are actually doing our production module hack research. So, and my boy over here has almost finished putting down a bunch of stuff. And one thing that I forgot, which I think now that my IDES is almost done, or do I still got him going on tasks? I got him going on tasks still. I forgot that these guys have a individual instruction to fill shortages. Now it does require a 2-star, but that is very useful for if you want to get passive income. So you just set him in an area that you think would be a good spot. Oh, what the heck happened over there? A big old fight. You just set him in an area that you want him to do shortages, and he'll go look for shortages and find based in your network. You have to have a network, but he will go and find deals in the area and fill shortages for AI stations. I think you can also do fill shortages for within your area. Like if you have multiple stations, you should be able to do a fill shortages. And I think you can do that by setting the trade rule to only do your stations. So I'll show you an example real quick. So if you go into your player information and then you go to your global orders, and if you create a trade rule that is, I have to go in anyone, is only me, that's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to save that, and we're going to change it to restrict all factions except for ours. So what that's going to do is it's going to make my ships only trade with my stuff. And when you do that, you can actually go to your ship, the IDE Sentinel, for instance, and you set up his behavior to be fill shortages. You can then set his instructions to the trade restrictions, and you can... Where's my trade restrictions not working? Oh, I have to set up a trade restriction. Okay, so you would set up a trade restriction of like another only me. You do it, and you just save it as having your civilian ships restricts all factions, and then you would just do it as this. It's not a trade rule, it's a trade restriction. So if you set a blacklist for that ship, Oh, I accidentally set it as global. That ain't good. Let me go back and fix that. Because now he's not going to trade with anybody but my stuff unless I tell him otherwise. So I need to go back and change that. Black market. I don't want default for citizen. I forgot. Confirm. Yeah, you do not want to do this unless you want to do. You do not want to do a blacklist, like only me, and then make that your default. Unless you want to make sure that your guys do not trade with certain stations, autonomously. So for instance, if I wanted to make it to where I'll do a new blacklist. I'm gonna do sector travel. If I want both of my military and civilian ships to not go to these locations, and then I save that, it will tell them never to go through dangerous regions, and they'll never go through sectors owned by enemies. So if I removed the dangerous regions, that means it would go into regions that have a global danger. There's a couple of xenon zones that have uh, continuous damage over time as they're in that region, so it will avoid that. It'll tell them not to go into those regions. Sectors owned by enemies, same thing. It's like if you go to war with the Paranids, or if you go to war with Talati or anybody, and you don't want your ships to go into those sectors and possibly get destroyed, you can flick this on and it will tell them not to go into those sections. And you can also do specific sectors, and they will try to find a route around. But if it's like if you don't have a very high star pilot, they're probably not going to go very far. So, for an example, if I was mainly in Heretic's End and I didn't want my people to go into Watchful Gaze, even if the trade is within 3 jumps, he will not go to Barren Shores unless he can find another route that's within the same amount of jumps. So that's just a little blacklist information. Blacklists are very useful for like mid game, or if you start going to war with other factions that you're tired of them. A Yaki Guide to Success. This is the first time I've seen this. This book contains a collection of stories from famous and infamous pilots with ties to the pirate syndicate known as the Yaki. It contains valuable advice for otherwise experienced pilots who need to push to achieve success. Guide information ranges from day-to-day piloting skills to clan management. The advice is based on stories from personalities such as Don Marani himself to galactically famous heroes such as Brett Serra. This is a guide that will tell you to success, nothing will. I've never picked this up before. I think it's because I got it from that data vault that I unlocked. Anyways, yeah, so that is a little bit of a insider to blacklisting. We may use it here in the near future. Especially when we start unlocking more areas, and one of the example areas is there is a gate here at Heretic's End. I think it goes upwards. It goes this way, and it goes to the split area, and sometimes the split will lose that zone to the xenon, and then it becomes a dangerous area, but your traders will still try to go into those dangerous areas. I have not seen the xenon take that many sectors since 9.0 dropped, so I'd be curious to see if they take it over anytime soon. We do have our little new miner buddy that we need to check up on here soon. We sent him to go get repaired up from our last episode. And we could send him to go do some auto mining in an area. We should probably hit up a couple stations too to try to find some pilot skill books, like 1 stars and 2 stars, so we can get some experienced pilots. But a little bit of a noob tip is try not to start any wars or anything until you have a decent sized fleet, or give yourself like an RP reason why you're going to go to war with them. It makes the war a lot more entertaining to yourself if you're giving yourself a RP reason as to why you're starting a war with them. You could have a character backstory of like they wronged me, they killed my family, and I'm gonna get revenge on them by becoming the biggest mogul in the world. I don't know, just give yourself something to achieve, or maybe it's that's your playthrough. You want to dominate all the galaxies, become the only entity in
Entering
the
system.
known galaxy.
Heretics.
And we are going to be going to tell this PO guy to pee off.
How wonderful. You are here to deal with that sensor-distorting ship? Your much-anticipated arrival fills me with considerable relief and delight.
Okay. This ship does not stop on a dime, though. I think the upgraded one you get at the end of the storyline, or at the end of the
Okinawa. Research.
at the end of the Hyperion one has better engines, but you could also upgrade this one. It needs just a little bit of rep. I don't even remember if they give you decent engines on this ship. Oh yeah, they only give you a travel drive MK1. So yeah, it's not very good.
Comms channel open. One moment, please. Greetings. I am Dr. Rick Feynman, Chief Scientist of the Oberth and in charge of Project Genesis. Our research vessel is currently observing anomalies in gravimetric shears in this region.
Project Genesis?
Oh, it's just part of our gravimetric studies. For now, it's just a mass of data from our sensors, but we'll publish our research once it is concluded. Anything else?
How long will that take?
Currently lacking antimatter cells to complete our observations. If you can organize a delivery to this vessel, we'll be able to greatly advance our timetable.
It appears that they are researching the same anomaly which brought the station over here. Most of the gravimetric charge dispersed during that event, but they brought quite an array of equipment to examine the traces. Let us hope that this satisfies their curiosity and leads to their departure.
Oh, he already docked on me. When did he do that? That's a sneaky little ship. I thought he was still coming. Alright, so we'll just find some antimatter cells. Try to find it within this area so I can get it done quick. Uh-oh. Like we may have... where is that? All the way over there? What down over here? Oh man, these are expensive, dude. And that's a high supply? Wow. Grab 10 with this ship. And then we'll just tell them to trade. Yep. Alright, now we got that mission going. Let the Mako go and do his thing. And then we are going to go and... we're going to go explore a little bit. Check out this jump gate.
Jump gate. Unknown sector.
So one of the cool things about the Hyperion is it is a really good exploration ship because it can get its travel drive going at such a high speed, especially if you get the upgraded version. So I believe you get only about 7K meters per second with the MK1 travel drive. But if you went and shelled out the money for an upgraded travel drive, you could get up to like 9K. I believe. I don't know. I don't remember what. I think the fully upgraded Hyperion has special drives and weapons. Oh, what's this? Why am I getting a? That's
Hey, I think I know where we are.
Oh,
I'm
the split.
pretty sure those star patterns match the ones from the pre-shutdown gate maps. This is the way to the old Federation.
Yeah, this is the split mission. Oh, cancel my travel drive. Yeah, that's another storyline mission for the split, I believe. I don't think it gave it to me though. Oh, here it is. This is the one that gets you a really good ship. Let's go hit that up. I don't know when I got that mission, but that is the final piece other than the diplomacy one. That is the final piece of the Boron area. We're going to be having this fight with my big boy. And in my personal opinion, I think the Terranids, not Terranids, Terrans. I feel like the Terrans travel drives are the best overall balanced engines, just because its wind up time is like insanely fast. It like on large ships, it's like 1 second travel time, and it's not as fast as say like the Talatis or the Paranids, but the Terrans travel drives can spin up within seconds. Well, all travel drives spin up within seconds, but like they could be 0 seconds or 1 to 2 seconds depending on the size of the ship. So I think, in my personal opinion, if you get to the point of having a shipyard and a wharf, I would go with for combat ships the split MK4s, and for trade ships I would say get the Terran MK2s or 3s for the travel drives. Those are the best engines in my opinion in the entire game.
Entering system. Barren shores.
Another thing that I hope Egosoft fixes in the future is sector management. I really hope they start expanding upon like the management side of things, like being able to properly, like, you can send your guys to police a sector, but you will always get like negative rep for setting a trade restriction. One of the reasons why you'd want to set a trade restriction is if you're trying to keep costs, like if you make a blockade section, for instance, and you take a very well known highly traveled sector, you put a defense station there, you take it and you set up a policing, you can actually cut off supplies between certain factions. So if you want to be like a tyrant of sorts, you could easily do that by taking a sector, setting down a defense platform, owning the sector, and then having ships police it and set up trade rules, or they're not called trade rules. I don't remember. I'll have to look at them here in a minute. I forgot what they're called. But you can set up what you can allow and what you can deny in your sectors, exactly like how they do it. But I feel like it's not very well planned. It's lacking, because it's like, why should I get punished for making something illegal?
Danger.
Like, for instance, if I did the exact same things that are legal to like the Terran. I don't know if I'm gonna make this across. This might have been a mistake. I was hoping to slingshot across. Oh no, I made it. I made it. No, you can't travel drive through there because the regional zone will knock you out of travel drive. And I was trying to slingshot myself. I pretty much made it. But anyways, as I was saying, you can set up sector restrictions. I forgot what they're called. Like the actual thing is called. I guess while I'm spinning up, I can go look at it. Oh, I got interrupted. Alright, so we're gonna help them out. We're gonna change these to attack all enemies. I'm far away from everything. Swimming horizontally? Really? This looks really cool, actually. Seeing it from the outside of the ship. Also, I think you get like a decent style. Oh boy, this is gonna take a minute. I got out way too far. Alright, finally made it to the dock. That took a solid 2 minutes. Fly that whole direction. I'm coming, Lidoi. What is going on?
It is you. How favorable and fortuitous that our paths should cross again. Please do approach me on the bridge. I insist.
What is going on with the navigation? That's weird. Okay.
I hope your journey to our ancient homeland was sprinkled with success. As you may have keenly registered, my position has somewhat evolved since we last had the pleasure of meeting. While I await the summons of Her Majesty's Royal Council for redevelopment of the former provinces adrift, I have pledged myself to this intrepid defense mission.
Defense of
the
what?
Fortification of the Sanctuary of Darkness cross-sector highway. Thanks to extensive preparations, the construction is already completed, yet the dangers lurking in this sector begin to stir. Once our mission is complete, Boron ships will once again traverse safely between all known sectors of the Queendom without disturbing the local inhabitants. If only these inhabitants had received as thorough a briefing by the Queen herself as I have on this matter.
Alright. What are you
Thanks
planning?
to their unique warp technology, Kha'ak ship clusters continue to harry our construction ships. Even if these do little damage to our operation, they keep us perpetually on edge, unable to discern our opponent's grand strategy. Consequently, there can only be one response, even if it pains me to go against my
Destruction of the Kha'ak.
instincts.
Kha'ak.
We shall
I totally said it
sally
right.
forth. By taking a forward position, we may gain valuable intelligence and divert Kha'ak attention away from our construction site.
What can I do to help?
Tragically, we have recently recorded unacceptable losses, hence the invitation to any spirited pilots in the general vicinity. Of course, you far exceed the required qualification, yet nevertheless, I would be honored and grateful to take you, temporarily, into the employ of Her Majesty's Expeditionary Flotilla. You may choose between one of our two most renowned flight leaders and fly a well-equipped military ship for the duration of this mission, unless you prefer to risk your own ship, of course. Once you are settled, we shall embark, like a school of Nishalan mud wranglers on the first day of swelter season.
As you command.
Splendid. I expected no less. Since it appears that we will not have the pleasure of further reinforcements at this time, I shall commence preparations for our embarkation post-haste. We shall speak again once you have conferred with Tinfiga and Hugabo.
Our research team thanks you for your cooperation. We need your help in putting this antimatter to good use. We will need ships at the specified location to initiate a synchronized long-range scan. We will be enlisting, but if you have any friends who could join us, now would be a good time to ask them along.
We're doing two storylines at the same time. That's wild.
These suits are not perambulatory enough.
By the Queen, it would require the presence of a law to converse with you in this emotional state.
Really? Then why do you not go and fetch one?
Ha! You know full well that the only law on this ship is currently preoccupied ensuring the triumph of this mission.
Comrade, it appears that we have a visitor. Just as you were combing my emotional state.
The Boron's fighting is so hilarious to me. So, with these guys, you can pick.
What are they doing?
Have you tried issuing a formal invitation with the official seal of Her Majesty?
Haha. Pilot, you may approach.
I've never heard that. But anyways, these guys give you two different ships. One is a full forward combat ship, and the other one is a gunboat. This guy gives you the Corvette, and this one gives you the gunboat. I love the gunboat, so I'm gonna go with the gunboat.
Would you look at that? Fresh meat for the fleet. As luck would have it, one of my pilots has requested a discharge to join his relatives in Atreus clouds. If you are willing to take his place, there is a well-equipped and only slightly battered gunboat waiting for you in the carrier's internal storage.
I will join you.
Terrific. Welcome to the team.
Yep, I love the gunboat. I can actually call it up. So doing that, you just do Shift D.
Has just confirmed the transferal of your
Bucket.
To retrieve your ship, I suggest you peruse one of the ship consoles next to our M-class docking pads. Though I would never prevent you from reverting to your own vessel instead, should you so desire.
And there it is. Here's the
I
gunboat.
see you have engaged the lift. Observe how your ship rises majestically from the depths.
Look at that. Yeah, I love this. I love the freaking Boron's little elevators. Alright, I guess I had to wait. Uh-oh, I think I'm bugged.
Pressure.
Oh, I was not even the right ship. That's funny. I wasn't in the right ship. Okay, we're in the right ship now. So, one thing you want to do...
Pilot, we still need someone to hug the carrier, in case the Kha'ak tries something. Park your ship close to the turret that I have marked on your heads-up display.
We are commencing our highway tunnel patrol. May I cordially invite you to stay on
Pack
high
only
alert
fighters.
since we
So
initiate
they
Kha'ak
set this up.
harassment.
They set this up for you for a new
Notice how
player.
the carrier seems to drag you along when you are close enough. Convenient, is it not? It allows you to rotate your ship freely, so that your turrets can face approaching enemies.
And I love how the Thresher looks. It looks so cool. And they hook you up with a lot of turrets on this ship. And they also give you a really high star pilot as well. This looks so cool.
As expected, they are diverting a portion
He said
of
it, not me.
resources to
He said it.
investigate our
I didn't say that. So pretty much all you have to really do is you can just chill right here and it'll pretty much just do all the work for you. Look at that. If you want to get more into the nitty gritty, you can grab the other one. That one gives you, it's similar to a split dragon, but I don't really know the exact differences. But it does come with like 5 weapons. This one's all turret based. I think it has like 1 weapon in the front. Yeah, it's got 1 weapon in the front. So that's also the only negative thing about this this mission is the long wait time in between. But it looks like they set up the highway gates, which is, I wish you could do that in the game itself. Like you could set up your own highway gates. I think that'd be really cool. My current positioning is going to trigger the Borons to attack me.
cataclysm. I am truly torn between awe and apprehension. I think we may have uncovered a Kha'ak gathering place.
Gathering for what, exactly? I feel compelled to ask.
Look, they are warping in and out. Are they planning a mass attack on the highway? And yet, This feels as though we are intruding on something very private.
Danger.
You are suggesting that this location may hold societal value to the Kha'ak, a holy place within their sanctuary, a jump beacon. Is this a ceremony of procreation?
Though I concur with your doubts, the military implications of this discovery are undeniable. It pains me to say that we must disperse this congregation, and without delay.
Alright, we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty on this one. Oh my god.
Protector.
Dude, that one ship got Shrek, dude.
Observe. Our adversaries bolt into panic.
Stop your attack immediately.
Queen's Guard. Danger. Hydra. Queen's Guard. Laser Tower. Queen's Guard. Danger. Missile. Protector.
And these guys are getting Shreked.
Missile.
Retain your vigilance. There are still Kha'ak remaining.
Vera Queen's Guard.
Commander, I must hereby confess my burgeoning worry. If the Kha'ak are able to engage their jump drives at a moment's notice, why did these ones fall astern to guard the retreat?
A justifiable question indeed, which... Oh dear.
That was no retreat, was it?
I may have just received the confirmation that indeed it was not. Lilac and Azure Fins, I require all of you to redock at our carrier at once.
I fear that I am about to do something very reckless, my old friend. But recent developments have taught me that it behooves a leader to weigh the risks and to be bold in the face of crisis.
Fleet, our fellow Boron at the construction site have sent word that the Kha'ak are attacking in force. We shall cross the blinding barrier to come to their aid.
I sincerely hope that our friends will be able to fend off the assault for a while longer. Now is not the time for gloom and introspection, Commander. Those Kha'ak must have thought us securely ensnared. But now it is they who will be caught unawares.
Our adversaries are on visual.
They are attacking the supply transport.
All ships, please fan out and provide our allies with relief.
Don't be around for much longer.
Protector.
So the nice thing about the main cannon is they put it as a web cannon. So it doesn't have that many shots, but it does disable them.
Queen's Guard.
colossal weight has been lifted from my mind. Please, let us meet in person for a debriefing. I insist. Welcome again.
You want to see me?
Yes, indeed. I would like to give you my most heartfelt thanks and appreciation for supporting us in this darkest hour. You and everyone else far exceeded my expectations, especially considering the unfortunate turn of events. Of course, I also remember the reward that was mentioned in the official posting. Though I will need you to restore your temporary ship assignment to us. I never doubted your honesty and trustworthiness, and I am pleased to bestow upon you the due reward for your highly esteemed contributions. But, as I have just been informed, that is not all. Please consider paying a visit to the crew quarters, where someone should be waiting for you. And my eternal gratitude shall accompany you.
Hello there. Oh, right. One of my flight members was so impressed by your performance that he asked to join you. Or perhaps he simply wants to grab the opportunity by the trunk and go exploring somewhere other than the provinces. Pardon me, the Queendom. In any case, Lita Wee has already signed off on the transfer, so turn around and assign your new pilot.
Look at that. 3-star pilot.
Can I help?
That is the best thing that you can get out of this. So I'm going to put him on Hyperion as the captain.
Acknowledge.
So did they change that? I could have sworn you got to keep the Thresher. But I guess not. So I guess you get to try out one of the ships instead of keeping it. I could have sworn you got to keep it. But I don't know how I'm going to get out of here without a ship. So I'm going to have to tell my my envoy to come pick me up, I guess. So this is why doing the teleportation research is really good. I'm going to start that. Just energy cells and advanced electronics. But increasing this makes it so much better or so much easier to get around. Especially when you get to level 3, which allows you to teleport anywhere in the jump gate network. So this is also really good research to follow down. I'm going to start working on the teleportation one. So I'm going to use my eyed sentinel, who looks like he's finished with his stuff. I'm going to get him to get me some advanced electronics and energy cells. Let's find something cheap in this area. Advanced electronics. Why do I have advanced composites? Anyways, there we go. So let me grab some advanced electronics. After that, cells. Oh, there isn't any advanced electronics. I was looking at that incorrectly. Advanced electronics are down here. Let's look at the whole galaxy. 146 there. 219. That's all I have. Wow. Let me pick up some energy cells. And then we'll just go trade here. Oh, I didn't even need that much. So because I'm going to need those in the future, I'm going to do trade wares. So when you trade wares, it allows you to put all of it in there, even if what's past your amount. So that'll give me a nice little boost towards anything else that requires advanced electronics, which most of it does require it. So you have advanced electronics there, advanced electronics there, advanced electronics there. I believe you also have advanced electronics on there. I think some of this requires advanced electronics at some point. Yeah, right there, you got 50. I used to have all this calculated, and I would just have traders. I would set up a logistics. I would set up trade wares for all the items that I would need for all the research, and I would just tell it that's how much wares I wanted to collect. But what I would do is I would go look at my research, and I had a spreadsheet of all these tabs, and I had all the stuff that I would need to unlock all of this basic stuff in a spreadsheet. And then I would just come over here and I would just set up Like for advanced electronics, for instance, I would do. Oh, it's already up here. So let me grab something else so I can show you how this works. Let's do antimatter converters. So you go to the logistical antimatter converters, and you hit confirm, and now it'll put it right here as something that you can automatically do it, or you can select how much you want. So I think I only want to have. I'm going to do 349 and create a buy offer, and then it will automatically update your station account requirements for this. So if I go back to the research and look at this, animatic converter is going to need 300. Go back to logistical, and I'm going to do 300. If you enable that, it'll pick up 300 of the antimatter converters. But I had all of the wares that I needed selected, and then I would put in the requirement so that I knew exactly how much I needed to spend on all of it. Let me see if my buddies came to pick me up yet. Does not look like it. He is still en route. He's almost here. So I'm just going to set my guys up to do some more exploring. Like so. I'm actually going to tell this guy to work on my boa as a captain.
Affirmative.
Just so I can use his ability to do shortages, so I can get the constant money flowing. So I'm going to tell him to do the shortages. You can just select everything, hit confirm. Then we want to kind of set him in a area that is profitable. So we're going to set him up in this area. We're going to move space weed and space fuel. We're going to find another pilot with a decent amount of skill. Send you to work on Hyperion. There we go. All right, now we are back on my ship. So one thing I have forgotten to do on pretty much all my series is I forgot to set up my name. So we can go on in here. We can go to our personal information and go to here. And I'm going to change it to my name. Alec Karam. I'm going to call this the Dragon's Lair. And then I'm going to set up my logo, which I have a bunch of logos in here. And the one logo that I want is me. Nice. So now, all of my ships have my nice little logo on it. Actually, since I'm in here, I'm going to tell him to do it. You know, I'm a captain now. I ain't no... Uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, don't fight. Remove this order. You need to change your default behavior. I'm going to change his default behavior to flee instead. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, why would you go that? Where are you going? Oh, that is not a good place to go. But he keeps boosting out of there. Come on, run. No, don't attack. Just keep running. I don't like that. Default response is to escape and deploy lasers. There we go. Yeah, so you wanna make sure that in the early games that you set up.
It looks like you're positioning your ship for the synchronized scan. Please try to be precise. We don't want junk readings cluttering up our database. Once you initiate the scan from your ship, the other captains will follow your lead.
Oh, wait, what?
Last order could not be completed.
Why are you there? Oh, I told the wrong person to go there. He wasn't supposed to go there. He was supposed to keep exploring. I'm gonna tell him to explore. I think I can tell him to explore over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Hopefully that's not a Xenon zone. I don't think it is. May have to keep an eye on him. Oh, he's actually gonna go a different way. He's gonna go here and then come down over to here. Okay. That'll explore some zones autonomously. Oh, this ship is getting shredded, dude. You know, that's what gets me. It's like the Borons say that all life is precious, but yet the Kha'ak are constantly shredding them. Like, if they don't give a crap about your life, why should you give a crap about their life? Wow, that's just a thought. It's like if they're gonna antagonize you and kill your people, I feel like you should protect yourself. If they're holding up this trade route here, you should destroy those stations because they're mindless drones. They just want to attack anything in sight or protect the resources, I believe is what their intended goal is. But like when you're just passing by and not doing anything to antagonize them, like you're not attacking their hive, then they should attack you. Especially because like you're not taking their resources either. So the whole thing with the Kha'ak is they are designed to protect the resources of the universe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that is the whole, from what I've read on lore items, is that's their whole goal, is to protect the resources of the universe. So like when you're going mining, and that's why they'll randomly pop up while your ships are mining to attack your ship, because you're taking the resources and hurting universe according to Kha'aks. But my thing is like if they're gonna sit there and keep attacking you just for driving by, then you should just end them. They're purposely killing your people for no reason, so they shouldn't be here. Just take them out, man. Just take them out. So now I set him up over here. He's gonna run around and probably sell off his energy cells autonomously. So he's gonna start selling everything, or he's gonna start running around here doing shortage runs. So when my pilot took over, he put me in cloak mode. It's actually not good. So now we're gonna do long-range scans for this mission.
Very good. We are receiving the data stream. We've got what we were after. Thank you for your support. We're far from home, short on hands, and have additional tasks which need doing. If you're interested, please meet me on our ship.
We'll go talk to him real quick. I don't know if I can board with this ship though.
Research.
So I gotta get out.
Can I help?
Sure he doesn't go anywhere. I just want to make sure that if you have your pilot going somewhere, until you get the teleporting, you want to make sure that he doesn't take off on you. I'm sitting here fighting myself. Like, why is my stuff going the wrong direction? I think the Terran ships look pretty cool too. I think my favorite looking ships are the Terrans, the Borons, and the Pyramids. Especially the new stuff that they dropped. The new Pyramid ships look really cool.
Greetings. Now we have not only located our facility, but also taken precaution. If it disappears from under our noses again, we won't have such a hard time tracking it down. We've prepared some software which will help us regain access, but our ship isn't really inconspicuous enough to plant it on our station. The malware should be subtle enough to go unnoticed by the current occupant. It will be your job to plant it at this location, identified by our analyst. According to the annotation on the station plans, there should be a signal leak next to what looks like either a valve or a window.
Okay. He's wanting me to scan my own station. It's funny to me.
Assistant, what in the name of the Queen do you think you are doing here? Will this help the vexatious ship to conclude its interfering business? Well, I suppose it will. In that case, please be so kind as to infiltrate the station with their malware so that I can take a look at it.
Bozo's like, go ahead, let him hack me.
Assistant, I have fabulous news indeed. I took a look at their malware, and I'm quite sure I have figured out what the Zagarian researchers are after. I am sending you the file I prepared for them. Please deliver it to their chief scientist with my best regards.
He's like, oh, is this what you want? Here you go, buddy. You go ahead and have at it. Oh yeah, that's right. This mission line is they're trying to learn how to redo, or not redo, but they're trying to learn how to terraform. That's the whole point of this mission, is to introduce terraforming. Even though terraforming was in the game from the very beginning, but they wanted to really reinforce it. You know, I just realized I did not pay attention before, but they actually have like scientific equipment on this ship. Like, this is not how it normally looks. I just realized that they have additional stuff onto this ship for scientific research. That's really cool. Did not notice that before. Anyways, let's drop off this data that they wanted.
Okinawa Research.
Oh, it even has a different name too. It's Okinawa Research. That'd be cool if you could get a ship like this that had like a really big sensor range. I would like that.
What is it now?
What is it now? I'm going to deliver all the items.
He gave you our research? Unbelievable. But you were supposed to plant software. How did that happen?
You uploaded it to my ship?
I clearly underestimated this Boron and his capabilities. This means we can continue with Project Genesis. It is our uttermost priority. We'd better not make an enemy of the Boron, so we'll leave him in possession of our station for the time being. We'll have
Our
to come back
station?
better
That's
prepared
my
if we
station.
want to recover our station.
What do you do
Think
now?
We'd make progress this fast. Regardless, we could do with a little more of your assistance. You'll be helping one of our associates in acquiring research that is vital to Project Genesis. An
I'll work
independent
with.
scientist. Let me contact them. Greetings. We are sending you the pilot you requested.
Is this creature qualified?
Yes. No, don't worry. This one's at least a 2-star pilot.
At least.
Expecting him at the experiment site.
Okay, he is heading your way. That's settled. Report to Kuramon Kami. They are experimenting with a phenomenon in the void and will instruct you on your part once you get there. This may seem unconnected at first, but rest assured, you are helping mold our future. It seems that you are missing crucial spacesuit equipment. Take this with you. It will be useful later on.
They are hoping to colonize a planet as a new home for their people. The Terrans once meddled with such terraforming technology, which resulted in the creation of the Xenon. Let us hope that the Sagara's pioneers are not repeating their mistake.
Yep. That's a little tidbit into the creation of Xenon. I find the Xenon storyline fascinating. I'd really like to read a book on it or something. The Xenon storyline, I guess you could say, is really cool. It's slightly akin to what we're doing already, where we have artificial intelligence being made everywhere, and it's doing all of people's work for them. People are starting to rely on it a little too heavily. But yeah, I feel like we are heading in the route of we will eventually soon have our own Xenon in the real world. But anyways, I am going to call...
Ship has gone. Finally. The Great Reef Nebula is no longer cloistering itself behind the peculiar radiation. Well done, assistant.
Thanks for interrupting me, Bozo. I'm going to call this episode here. I've been recording for about 3 hours now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know, do you guys like the storyline? I'm going to leave the storyline in this episode, but I'm going to leave a comment down below, or leave a comment down below if you think I should just cut out the storyline and just stick to like the purpose of this series, which is the Beginner's Guide to the Galaxy, where I keep introducing new changes. Do you want to see this as like a full Let's Play, or with storyline and everything, or do you just want to keep it to the Beginner's Guide, where I pop in and show off certain things that I feel would be pertinent to new players? Or should we keep the... Just let me know down below what you think. I'm rambling again, so I'm tired, haven't had sleep. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below how you think this series should keep going. I personally don't mind either way. Just means more editing for me. But let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.